Right, Shalom. Giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach you well. Shalom to the elect, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. Shalom foremost to the 144,000. We know in the book of Revelation, 7 chapter, 12,000 out of each tribe. Going to go into Revelation 17 chapter, and because we went over, I think a little bit, I think we started at the 8th verse. Yeah, I believe it was the 8th verse yesterday at camp. So I'm going to try to run through 17, 1 through 7. Revelation 17, 1 through 7. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, and the judgment in those vials refer to judgments. Okay, so when we're going into judgment of the great whore, that whore, like the whore everyone should know is America, Babylon the Great. Okay, and going to judgments, you go to the 18th chapter and it goes to the fall of Babylon, which John the Revelator saw on the Isle of Patmos. He was sentenced by Caesar Domitian, sentenced by the Romans, and he was getting these revelations, getting these visions of the downfall of Babylon the Great. Okay, and now we have, since the seals are open of the book, now we have that understanding of what the visions meant. Okay, so when you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter and the 5th verse, it says, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Right, so this whore, Babylon the Great, America, has sins so great that they have reached unto the heavens. Okay, and what are those sins, man? The scriptures speak about touching the apple of the Lord's eye. Who's that? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and how this devil forwarded the affliction. Scriptures speak about forwarding the affliction of the Israelites. Man, we're under these curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right, for going off. You know, this is a captivity. This is a punishment. But you know, Esau, being our wicked twin brother, he goes ahead and he forwards the affliction. He adds, while we're down in this down state, what does he do? He signs forth unrighteous decrees. He sets snares and traps so that he can accuse the Lord's people, the Israelites, of just being degenerates, which 2/3 of our people are. But you know, he does these things to be the devil, basically. Devil means devil goes back to the word accuser, deceiver, accuser. Okay, but the Lord sees that. Says the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. You're not getting away with your sins, Esau. You're not getting away with your devilish, deceitful ways, you know, that you've afflicted the Lord's people with. Okay, you can go to Jeremiah 51 real quick and 9. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. That's just to back that precept up. All right, but going back to this Revelation 17 and verse 1 speaks about the great horse sitting on many waters, and that many waters is referring to the people. America is likened to or referred to as the great melting pot. Okay, and you can back that up. Revelation 17 and verse 15 says, "And he seeth unto me, Salakia, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues." All right. So Revelation 17 and verse 2, "With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication," that's adultery, making making deals. Kings of the earth, these other nations have slept with this whore, America, Babylon the Great, making deals with this whore. All right, a little legislation. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I trade this for that. All right, they're laying down with this whore, and they're really making themselves dirty. It says, "And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication." Right, that wine goes into philosophies. So when you lay down with this whore, you make these deals. A lot of times these nations don't realize that within these deals, it's like a package. And there's certain little things. Like case in point, I think Uganda was once dealing with America, and America found out that Uganda wasn't down with that rainbow agenda. You know what I'm talking about. And so what they do, they flew Kamala Harris over there to persuade them to get right with that philosophy, that wine. Wine goes into philosophies. You know, uh, um, homosexuality, uh, um, adultery, murder. These things that a lot of America turns a blind eye to, and they sell these ideas with their economic deals that they make with other nations. So basically America will pull the strings, the economic strings, the trade strings that they have with other nations if they don't get right with certain philosophies of America. One of which is huge, is that Rainbow Coalition deal. That thing. All right. Verse 3. "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman," that woman being America, "sit upon a scarlet-colored beast," that scarlet-colored beast, NATO and the EU, "full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads," all right, "and 10 horns." All right, so the 7 heads were the kingdoms in are the kingdoms that are in power right now. Salakia. So you got the 7 heads, which go into the Greeks, Spain, the Spanish, the French, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Rome, and the UK. Okay. Let me see. Make sure I got that right. Got to make sure that everything that you're singing is right, man. Okay? Can't be going willy nilly. But I'm pretty certain that that's right. It's always good to take a look at certain pictures to, kind of keep things in your mind. And, especially this great picture that I don't know who drew it up, but it's pretty much a staple of Great Millstone with the America, the horror riding the beast's back, Germania Major. But Salaki, we like to start with the Greeks first. The Greeks, the British, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spanish, French, Romans. Right? Okay?